I would like to introduce our second panelist, Mr. Shantanu Maheshwari. Mr. Shantanu Maheshwari is a product and business leader with over 10 plus years at Amazon. An exceptional academic pedigree, BTech in Computer Science from IIT Kanpur, research at New York University where he was awarded a patent on iPhone spell check, an MBA from IIM Ahmedabad. He was country manager of Amazon Echo and Alexa Smart Home, where he led go to market for Alexa and Echo. Over 40 plus devices he has launched, scaling it to India's #1 voice assistant with 70% segment share. He then led product and business at Amazon Seattle headquarters, where he led the Amazon custom program WW, enabling consumers to customize and personalize products on Amazon across 10 countries. He is currently leading AI product development and strategy for GeoBharat IQ, India's AI super app, building voice-first AI experiences for Geo's 450 plus million subscribers in Indian language. He has lived the full arc from AI ambition to execution. Let us put our hands together to welcome Mr. Shantanu to enlighten the house.
Thank you. A lot of noise around these words. Over the last 12 months, the world has been obsessed with this. All of you must have heard one of these words in the last 12 months, 12 days, 12 hours, in 12 minutes. Before we start, what is AI? At its fundamental, AI is the conversion of energy into intelligence. Seems weird, but we have been here before. So it basically takes energy and converts it into intelligence. That's what it is. Seems different, aisa kaise? But this pattern has repeated before. We got steam. Steam converted heat into motion. That was the first industrial revolution. We got electricity, atoms, into energy. And now we have silicon, which is being converted into intelligence. Same pattern, different substrate, different matter. The world is asking two questions today. That's all that they are asking in the field of AI. First, how do we achieve higher order intelligence? All these companies here that you see, US versus China, NVIDIA, OpenAI, Anthropic, trillions of dollars being thrown at this problem. And it is an important problem. It is an important problem because it enables everything else. Higher order intelligence accelerates discovery, democratizes expertise, where everyone has more expertise than what they had 2 years back, not decades back, 2 years back. And the productivity compounds for everyone in the world. In 2025, we got access to a protein molecule which the scientists were trying for 60 years. 60 years, couldn't find the protein molecule. And that protein molecule is important for discovery of cancer. AI found it in months. That is what AI enables. It's not a hype. There is hype around AI, but the hype is on valuations. But the technology is not a hype. This is the largest and the biggest GDP enabler that humanity has seen since electrification. So that's question number one. How do we get to higher order intelligence? Question two. How do we convert this intelligence efficiently? These are the companies which are thinking of that problem. And it is again an important question. It is an important question because this is essentially what happens when we try to build intelligence. We throw millions of megawatts into data centers, millions of liters of water and data chips at a problem and try to make intelligence out of it. But how much do we get? 10%. That's it. US is running out of power right now because they are throwing massive amounts of their grid energy to build this intelligence. But we get 10%. Where does the rest go? Heat and waste. Imagine liters of water, gigawatts of electricity, and just 10% of outcome. And for that, हम चैट जीपीटी से पूछते हैं, मुझे आज एसिडिटी है क्या? Right? एसिडिटी तो AI को है, इतना पानी और बिजली जा रहा है. So this is also an important problem. How do we get it better at it? So these are the two questions the world is obsessed with. How do we get more higher intelligence? How do we do it at a lower cost? And today, at this group, I throw the third question. What do you do with that intelligence? And that is an important question too. And the world has taken three different approaches at this problem. Number one, USA approach, build. That is what US is good at. So what is US doing? Billions and trillions of dollars into capex. Put capital into frontier models. Put their best minds, Elon Musk, best companies, best infrastructure to find what we do with this problem. Stargate alone is a 500 billion enterprise just in 2026. That's the investment that they are committing. India, we cannot do this. We cannot follow this approach. We do not have the capital markets which will allow us to do it. And by the way, even if India could do this, I won't recommend India to do it. This approach has its flaws. US is throwing money at a problem without having any clear sight of monetization or a revenue. If this revenue does not catch up, this is another dot-com bubble in the making. So that's first approach, build. Second, China approach, which is deploy. What does China do? China, I don't think this is working. Oh, okay. China matches the frontier. They match the US where it stands, thanks to innovation, cheap labor, and government funding. And then they have a top-down federated model which deploys their market into all enterprise. That's what they do. Good approach, working for them. That's what the state does. They launched DeepSeek at 1/30 the cost of other models. India cannot do this. We cannot follow this. We don't have a federated government that mandates all industries to adopt it at this. And even if it does, while this model has been working for China so far, AI is a different game. What happened with China with electric vehicles? What happened with solar? They had excess capacity. They dumped it to the world because they could. Because you could store solar panels. You cannot store intelligence. So that's risky. The third approach, which is the worst, EU. What does EU do? They regulate. That's all they do. So they set the rules before the industry matures. They have the AI Act, they have the Data Act, everything. And I don't think it's working very well for them. The Gulf is buying, and everyone else is waiting. Everyone else in the world is waiting. These are the three approaches. India, what do? We will not outbuild them. We cannot. We will not outdeploy them. And we will not outregulate them. What should we do? I think we will out-apply them. And the reason why we'll do it is because we are the largest market with most diverse data and most use cases per capita. And it seems like a dream that, yeah, you're saying today that we will do this, but how will we do this? Because we have done this before, 3 times in 3 decades. 3 leapfrogs. No other nation in the world has done 3 leapfrogs. We have not caught West, we have leapfrogged them. Let me give you 3 examples. Mobile, 1990, India skipped landlines. 70% of Indians never had a landline device in their house. Never. We just went to mobile phones. Second, payments. We shipped checks and cards. UPI is the largest payment network in the world. We have more daily transactions than Visa and MasterCard combined. Third, the largest biometric identification system in the world, Aadhaar. We skipped it because we built. And if I put my money, I think AI will be the fourth leapfrog. AI is positioned to lead it. The question is not whether AI can leapfrog AI. The question is whether Indian leaders will. That is the fundamental thing. All right, so we have seen what is AI, what are the two questions, what are the three approaches, and what can India do about it. But let's see what can AI do, and I'll try to cover this segment quickly because a lot of esteemed guests today have spoken about it already. But AI today can do these three things fundamentally well. It predicts, it sees, it optimizes, and it automates. That's all what people think, that these are the four capabilities that already exist, and correctly so. They have been there in some degree of maturity for about 10 years, some 15. But yes, that's pretty much what AI can do effectively at scale today. And now three more capabilities have arrived, which are game changers. And each of these capabilities enhance the previous four by orders of magnitude. Act. So AI does not stop at predicting. It places the order, books the slot, fills the form. It can now act. Amplify and create. AI, people think of AI, which is that it will be good to automate your tasks. Tell it what it should do, and it will do. But no, as we saw with the example of that protein, the AI can now create stuff which was never there before ever. All right, this is what your factory floor learns on. So let's have an exercise. Let's walk into a factory, Indian factory, in 2030. What does that look like? The bearing on the line 4 will fail on 17th. Not might, it will fail. The AI knows it. And AI places an order by itself. Your machine engineer, line engineer does not need to know. Second example, and this is happening at Mahindra. 3 defects on the door panel, caught in 200 milliseconds. Not because human does not want to, humans cannot. The human eye cannot detect what the camera has detected. And the recalibration is booked. Your QA inspector just signs off. Third example, same day. A typhoon or a storm 2 oceans away. Your part needs a different ship. And he has it. It is rerouted. Fourth example, part shortage on line 7. The agent in AI rebooks the substitute, generates rerouting. Finally, fifth, at Maruti Manesar, a tooling jig designed itself overnight. This is the ability to create. You wake up and AI has created a fundamental part which was never existing before. Today's Airbus has 3 components which a human mind has never created or even thought of before. So creation is real. All right, so these are 5 use cases. Isn't this amazing? Feels like a dream. So why are we there not yet? What's holding us back? I took you through one factory. Let's walk through another one. This factory, same gate, same address, but this one is bankrupt. It's not working. Why? The reason it's not working is because the buyer and the customer wanted AI-driven QA, and we couldn't provide it. We could not produce it. It went to a competitor. So this is where we are. 80% of AI projects in India never take off. Crores of monies being put into pilots. We throw monies at consultant committees. We'll do it next quarter. But the next quarter, the technology has already changed. The consultant is no longer there. So why haven't we leapfrogged yet? 3 places it gets stuck specifically: data, use cases, and people. You have a lot of data, we don't appreciate it, we don't treat it as a strategic asset. Benchmark against US, not against future. Stop asking what is Toyota doing. And people, stop asking for permission. There is none. So what do? We take one process, not 5, one process, which is the most painful process in this quarter today in your company. Take that process. Give it one owner, not a committee, not 5, one owner to deal with that process. And give it 90 days. It's not a multi-year plan. It's not a 5-year plan. In 5 years, your company won't exist. In 1 year, the models won't exist. One process, one owner, 90 days. If it doesn't work, kill it. We are so hesitant to kill processes that don't work. That is the failure. That is where the games are won and lost. Move on to the next. Pick the bottleneck, one accountable name, and 90 days. That's it. So how do we go from slogan to result? Day 1, pick the process. Till day 30, shadow the AI. Right now, AI is not in the deployment phase. You are just shadowing the AI. Decisions are still made by you. AI learns. Give it 1 more month, then switch, and then measure. If it does not work in day 90, we kill it. Back to the question that we started with. Can AI run the factory? The answer to that is no. AI will not run your factory. The real question is, can Indian factories run AI better than anyone? And the answer to that is yes. It can, and it will. On Monday morning, when we leave this, the factory that runs AI better than anyone is the one that stopped asking and started doing. That's what we have to do. This is how AI ambition will become AI execution. I walked you through 3 leapfrogs that happen: mobile, payments, biometrics, Aadhaar. The 4th one starts on Monday by this room. Mr. Tagore said that you cannot cross a sea if you just stand and stare. India has stared long enough. Now it's time to cross. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Shantanu. Of energy into intelligence, everything starts here when it comes to AI. And it's 55% of electricity, 20% of chip, and 15% and 10%. And that the output is only 10% of intelligence. So 90% is a heat, which is a waste. So this is what is the challenge to optimize and continuously increase this 10% output to achieve the efficiencies. You also talk about the areas where AI adoption has been fantastic. That is the predictions, like the predictive maintenance, to see, optimize, and automate. These are the areas. But the next level of achievements and the way forward is, that is the act, amplify, and create something big, the large scale. Thank you very much, Shantanu, for enlightening the session. So I think, Rahulji, we are not late. Somehow we are late. So let us take 1 question each to 2 questions. Yeah, so let us, we will take 2 questions, 1 question each to Mr. Shantanu and Ms. Aditi.
Providing industry-ready resources. Actually, Now we require actually the future technology resources to the industry instead of industry-ready resources. So your comment, please.
In your heart, tell me how many welders can you get? We are not even talking about the old school welding. Now we are moving into PCBs which are going to be made by my machines. And that welding, do I even understand what does it mean? So what I am trying to say, can we make it industry ready? Let industry be future ready. And as the industry moves into future, I need to work with academia to make my curriculum in a way that people become future ready for me. So my, it's a twist of word, but the thing is that you cannot still fight on Babur should be there or Shivaji should be there. And on the other hand, you are saying I need to, I'm coming up with Tata Electronics and prefab and semiconductors. And these kids are still wondering why did Babur come in the very first place, and it is taking my whole night to even understand which year and which. You're getting my point, where I'm coming from. We are teaching completely different curriculum to our students, first, second, third onwards. I just met a class third student and he said, tomorrow, Masi, I have an exam on EVS. I was so proud of that school because they are teaching environment science, which is going to make this person being ready to understand what is ESG. But none of the engineering colleges, other than that one branch they have come up with called mechatronics, telling them that what is coming 5 years from now. And that is the requirement that is the ownership which I'll put in academia, saying, can you think what my country should be 5 years from now and 10 years from now? And start putting in your curriculum today that 5 years from now when these kids are out, they're ready for the industry. So that is what I'm talking about, that industry need to participate with their long-term plan with the academia, and academia need to constantly change their curriculum to be ready 5 years from now.
Maheshwari, for a wonderful AI, session. My specific question is on predictive aspect, which you have mentioned. We all know predictive maintenance for all machineries all over the world. But we are also being predicted by various tests on the human being, which we do annually, to predict what can go wrong with the body. How AI will help us to economize and become more effective, so that we don't waste our money and energy.
Heard this in some circles that AI क्या करेगा, क्योंकि humans कर सकते हैं क्योंकि हमारे पास experience है, and इस room में बहुत experience है, and हमेशा एक gut feel होती है, एक judgment होता है, जो अब तक हमें लगता है machines के पास नहीं है. अब challenge क्या है? That is true. Machines and computers for science for long time were a deterministic field. आप कोड दोगे, आउटपुट आएगा. But now they have become a predictive field, probabilistic field as they call it. So while you have the experience and आपको तजुर्बा है, right now what's happening is that even machine को तजुर्बा है, because it is being trained on thousands of years of data. So technically, while you have 30 years of experience, the machine has 1,000 years of data. Both are important. Which one will win? We'll see. I'm trying to also back machines here.
For audience, but because of paucity of time, I'm pausing this particular session. They can connect with you all over lunch. Thank you so much. So with this, we'll formally conclude this particular session, technical session, and it is our honor to present a token of gratitude to our esteemed speakers. I request Dr. Achal Pandey to kindly present a memento to Ms. Aditi Sharma. Please, sir. Thank you so much. We request CA Anil Agrawal ji or Mr. Shantanu Maheshwari. Please, sir. We request Dr. Hemant Ahuja to kindly present a token of gratitude to our session chair, Mr. Pankaj Jain. Please, sir. so much, sir. Extremely well moderated session. With this, we'll be now closing the technical session on AI ambition to execution. Can AI run the factory floor? We once again thank our distinguished luminaries for being with us today and looking forward to welcoming you all again in our forthcoming endeavors. I also request the IT team to kindly display the QR code for this particular session. Audience, you can scan it and answer the questions that follow.